what has happened on the vaping front since Trump took office, and what remains to be seen?
Well, President Trump was elected on the mantle of being pro-small business and anti-big government, quote-unquote, regulation. And what is going on with the vapor industry is a symptom of that, of what's going on with the previous administration. And where we are at now is we are hopeful to see the Trump administration, through the new HHS Secretary, Tom Price, as well as the hopeful new FDA Commissioner, Scott Gottlieb, that there will be regulatory changes to the FDA's plan to ban nearly every single vapor product on the U.S. market today. And we will also have an outlet through Congress that we're hopeful that the Trump administration will also get behind and get it pushed over the finishing line.
Okay. Do you have any indication from Trump himself on how he feels about vaping? Has he said anything?
No, and when you're dealing with presidential politics, you don't need to influence the man at the top when that man has not taken a position on your issue. You need to make other people in the administration know that it is important, and good things can result.
Okay. What has Tom Price said, if anything, on the subject?
He has not said anything, but he was a no vote on the Tobacco Control Act in 2009. He had the foresight to see that this was going to be bad news in some capacity, and his pick for FDA commissioner has brought some optimism. Scott Gottlieb, who was a scholar who worked for the FDA under George W. Bush, and has been a scholar or a fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, which has always taken a pro-vaping stance. Mr. Gottlieb believes in some things in the drug world that have interesting parallels to the vaping world. And so if he is appointed, there is a reason for optimism, especially compared to what you're looking at, what you've looked at over the past 7-8 years with the FDA, where anything short of prohibition, they haven't been a fan of.
What is happening in Congress?
Sure. The big debate over the next 2-3 weeks in Congress is going to be the fiscal year 2017 budget bill. And that bill should have been passed in 2016, but it's Congress, so things get delayed. And in the 2017 budget bill, in the House Agriculture Appropriations Bill, which governs funding of the FDA as well, there is an amendment, the Cole-Bishop Amendment, based off of a bipartisan rider introduced by Representative Tom Cole, a Republican from Oklahoma, and Representative Sanford Bishop, a Democrat out of Georgia. And that amendment, in addition to adding some safety regulations, regulations to prevent exposure to youth of vapor products advertising, there is an incredibly important element that would modernize the 2007 predicate date for vapor products. And under the current rule, any product that was on the market, that was not on the market, on February 15, 2007, so every single vapor product on the market came out after that date, they would be banned unless they could afford to submit a multi-million-dollar application to the FDA. So getting the predicate date modernized, whether it's through the budget bill or through some sort of executive action that decides that is no longer needed, that's going to be the death of this industry in a little under 16 months.
And what has happened to industry, companies, suppliers, etc., right now as a result of the impending deeming rules?
Some have left the industry. There was a great company, ProVape, that was manufacturing devices in the state of Washington. They're gone now. They saw the writing on the wall in terms of American manufacturing of these products, and were not confident enough to stick around and wait it out. There have been other vape shops, individual companies that just operate mom and pop shops. They were successful in the industry, but then the lease comes up, and you have the question of, this industry may be gone in 16 months, and the landlord wants a 3-year lease. Is now the time to just take what I made and go start something new? That's happening across the country. But by and large, the larger than small to medium-sized businesses that are manufacturing, distributing, wholesaling, they're used to volatility in this market. They're used to uncertainty. So for the most part, they are chugging through and trying to keep operating and do the best they can.
All right. Anything else that people interested in vaping should know about?
Just that the evidence is coming in every month showing that these products are far less hazardous than smoking and that they help smokers quit. If you have a loved one or a family member or a friend who is a smoker, a very good thing to do if they want to quit is to ask them if they've thought about using a vapor product. And our website is vaping.org.